2 suns. That was the first thing. Not one. 2. Side by side, hanging up there through the treetops like the universe had decided once wasn't enough. He lay on his back, staring at them for a long moment. Then he sat up.
Okay, 2 suns. I'm looking at 2 suns right now. That's a thing that's happening. Filing that under things to process later because I have a more immediate situation, which is that I appear to be, completely naked in a forest. Which is fine. Totally fine. I've seen enough anime to know exactly what this is.
He looked around. Dense trees in every direction. A forest that felt old, not in a mysterious way, just in the way that forests do when nobody has touched them in a very long time. A path, not far off, worn into the ground by years of feet. He stood, took stock. 2 legs, present. 2 arms, present. Everything attached to him that should be attached, present. He was fine. He was completely, totally, suspiciously fine.
Last thing I remember is, actually, let's not go there right now. The naked forest situation first.
That's when he saw it. Small backpack, sitting on the ground like it had been left there specifically for him, which he was increasingly suspecting it had. He crossed to it, opened it.
Okay, rations. Good. 10 silver pieces. Noted. Traveling clothes? Absolutely yes. Thank you. Long dagger. Okay, now we're talking. Light armor, bracers, greaves, small breastplate. Someone packed this for a beginner. Someone packed this for me specifically and left it in a forest next to my naked body. That's either very concerning or extremely convenient. Possibly both.
He dressed, ate, strapped on the armor, stood up and looked at the path.
All right, let's see what we're working with.
He didn't make it to the end of the path. 5 goblins. That was how many it took to interrupt his first 10 minutes of being awake and clothed in whatever this place was. 5 goblins, coming out of the tree line with the specific confidence of creatures that had done this before and expected the same result they always got. They were not going to get the same result.
Goblins. Actual, literal goblins. Green, ugly, shorter than I expected, but unmistakably, goblins. Okay. I've read enough, watched enough, played enough to know what goblins are. They're the starter enemy. They're the tutorial. This is fine.
He went in unarmed. First combination, clean. 2 goblins down. Then he hit the 3rd one and his knuckles rang against hide that was significantly tougher than it looked.
Ow. Okay. Their skin is that's actually really thick. That's a genuine problem. They're not going down from unarmed strikes the way the first 2 did because those first 2 got hit clean and these ones are angled differently and their hide is... I'm gonna need the knife. I'm gonna need the knife right now.
He drew the dagger. The 4th goblin charged with a spear. He dodged and noticed for the first time that his body moved differently than he remembered. Faster, more precisely, like every reflex he'd ever had been recalibrated overnight. The goblin thrust again. He grabbed the spear, drove the dagger home. The remaining 2 ran. He stood over the bodies, 3 goblins, the dagger in his hand, closer to a large Bowie knife at this range, actually. Heavy, well-balanced, better than it looked.
All right, I just fought 5 goblins and won. In the forest, where I woke up naked, under 2 suns. There is a word for this. Isekai. Yeah, that's what this is. I've been isekai'd, transported to another world, which means somewhere between the last thing I remember and waking up in this forest,
He stopped, looked at the trees, at the 2 suns still hanging overhead, patient and unconcerned, at the dagger in his hand.
Okay, one thing at a time. Process the dying later. Get somewhere safe first, then the existential crisis. That's the order.
He wiped the blade, sheathed it, started back down the path.
First order of business, find civilization. Second order of business, figure out the rest. Easy.
The path ended at a bridge. Old wood, solid, crossing something wide and dark below. And sitting on one of the bridge's posts, Completely still, wide-brimmed straw hat pulled low, sword resting beside him, was a figure. Not a goblin, not a creature, a person.
Okay, person with a sword, sitting on a bridge post like he's been there for a while. Could be hostile, could be neutral, could be a quest giver, could be a test, could be literally anything. I'll approach with confidence. Confidence is the move. Arrogant confidence is specifically because I've been isekai'd and I just killed 3 goblins and I'm not going to walk across my first bridge in this world looking scared.
He crossed, shoulders back, chin up, 3 feet of separation between them.
What business do you have here?
He looked at the stranger, at the sword, at the hat.
Easy. This is easy. I know this archetype. The mysterious gatekeeper with the weapon, classic. I've seen this 1,000 times. The correct play is... Actually, I don't know what the correct play is. Diplomatic answer, show deference, state my purpose.
He raised his hand, extended one finger.
Nunya.
A beat of silence. The kind of silence that has weight to it.
Then your life is forfeit.
The words registered. His body was already turning, already pulling on every recalibrated reflex he'd discovered in the last 20 minutes.
Focus slash.
He heard it before he felt it. A sound like the air itself being divided cleanly in 2. Then silence. Then the impossible geometry of an entire acre of forest bisected. Then nothing. He opened his eyes. Reddish-brown sky. No sun, no moon, no stars. Just a vast, endless copper expanse of clouds stretching in every direction without limit. He was sitting up. He was naked. He was alone.
Where am I? How did I get here?
No answer. The copper sky offered nothing. He sat there for a moment, a man who had already died at least once and had just managed to do it again, and looked at the sky that had never heard of suns. He was going to need a different strategy.
It is Ayadamu. I come at the end of this episode to thank those of you that have subscribed and those that are following. There is more to come, I give you my word. In the meantime, like, comment, and share. If there are any questions about the Omega Omniverse, or if you would like to learn more, please do not hesitate to make it known in the comments.